Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Just wanted to welcome everybody to day number 59 in the 90-day social media run. It has been very interesting. So many things that we need to learn, and you got to keep going back and reviewing because you're not going to catch everything. I know that for myself. Personally, my name is Tammy Sellers Gingra, Crown Diamond. And yeah, so for myself, I've Chris and we've really built this business on just meeting people. You know, they call it old school network marketing, but it's been very efficient for us. So to go get up and try new things, go on social media, it's been really interesting, but fun at the same time. So don't let the social media world throw you off. Just do what you can and practice with certain things. And I think the most important thing that I'm realizing is people just want to see you. People want to get to know you. Social media is about being social, and that is absolutely accurate. It's like meeting people belly to belly, which I absolutely love. Chris and I started going back out to business networking events and just having a blast. And the first thing you do, what's interesting, is the first things that we do is we're connecting with each other on social media. Where the old school, you would get their numbers, you get this, you get their emails, certain things, but now you just connect, and then you're on social media together, and you're just connecting back and forth, and they get to see who you are, what you've accomplished, the things that you're up to, and vice versa. So it's a lot of fun. I actually, before I get into the session, just quickly, we met a lady at a business networking event, just a young lady, and I met her yesterday for a coffee. Gave her an intro pack to try the ATP and the Celgevity, and she's 30. And then I messaged her, thanking her for meeting up with me, and it was really great to meet her. And she's really excited about Max, by the way. And she did a video on ATP. Poured the ATP in the glass, stirred it up. It was like so cool. So if you're following me, you probably saw that yesterday that I posted that. So that's really, really exciting. The younger generation, man, they just got it. So we have to really step up with all of this. So all that to say is I absolutely love networking. And so this session is actually in three parts. And Fraser, he didn't have a guest speaker on this session, but he went back to the survey question review, which was day 57. And he highly recommend to go back and watch it if you haven't. It's to create a random question. And yeah, so basically, you create a random questionnaire. You want people to answer a simple questionnaire, a yes or no answer, agree, disagree, whatever. You just put something out there relevant to our business, right? So I know some of the examples, I just kind of put down a couple of the examples that were already shared through, I think, Anne, you put this one out there when it comes to energy. Do you find yourself with a dip in the morning, afternoon, or evenings? This one's a really good one. And so I don't know if any of you have tried that one, see how it worked for you. You can try different things, different angles on different things. It's a lot of fun because this is when you get to use your creativity. And just because one survey didn't work that day doesn't mean it doesn't work. So I highly recommend to create a list of questions you could ask people, and do surveys from time to time, and that put that part of your content creation. I put, do you believe, oh no, I think that was also out there. Do you believe that supplements can be helpful for one's health? Yes or no? A simple yes or no. I think that's what's really, really important. And you can use some business examples as well. I'll put some examples a little bit after, but he went into asking everybody about he had a few people he was interviewing on how they were doing with their questionnaires and the results that they were getting. And so one of the girls was, she said, I just say, wait a second here, just kind of looking at the notes. Um, Sorry about that. Yeah. Hey to all my amazing friends. This is what she put out to her group. I'm asking some of my social media friends a one question simple survey, which has been an assignment that was given to us. Thanks for being open and humoring me. And then she went into her question. I thought that was really good. Humoring me was really good too. So you could talk about, like I said, when it comes to energy, you can say something like, do you or anyone you care about struggle with not getting paid what they're worth? I tend to go towards the business questions more than the health questions, but I think switching it up is really, really important as well. Because people need to know that you're totally into the health industry and they need to know that you're in a business as well. So think of some creative things. That would be a yes or no. So, again, do you or anyone you care about struggle with not getting paid what you're worth? Yes or no, and that would be a great survey. Um, you can ask people to send you the answer. You can comment on the answer, or they can send you messages privately as well. You can privately message people. So it's up to you. Here's what I recommend: is to try different things and see how it works for you. Do a live for sure. You got to do a live on this, and then they can put their answer in the comments, and then you can get back to them with the follow-up survey, which is the thank you, right? Is to be high energy, super grateful. um, if you're doing this through messenger or a message, try to do an audio message, because people get excited when they hear voices. I find I get more success when they hear my voice or they see me. That's when I get the most success rather than text, because anybody can text anything and there's no energy behind it or anything. But just, a big thank you that they took the time to fill in the survey. And then you would ask them a question based on that. So, for example, let's say you send out a questionnaire and it has to do with when it comes to energy. Do you find yourself with a dip in energy in the mornings, afternoons, and evenings? Let's say you had some people that responded, and let's say they put afternoons. I think that's very common. And, so you can say, of course, a big thank you to them. It's amazing how people have the same answer that you filled in, the afternoons. And then you could share your story. I was exactly the same way. And a friend of mine introduced me to this product. That's when you're going into your story. And then you could ask them if they're open to it. So just play with it, build relationships, have conversations. That's really what it's about. And seeing if people are open. So once people are open, and this is going back to 57, day 57, which I highly recommend to go back to that session and listen to, I think it was Anne that was presenting that one, and go back and listen to that session, because it's really, really important. And we all have different feedback and answers. So it's nice to hear it from everybody who's presenting and helping out with this 90-day session. So go back and listen to that. And the key thing is, what's really, really important on the follow-ups is your excitement, your passion, your storytelling is going to move people to look at stuff. It's going to move people to make decisions too. All right. And your authority. And what I mean by that is, people need to know how serious you are about, what you're sharing with people. They need to feel that. And so don't leave it to chance when you send people a link, because I know often people don't nail down that time within the 24 hours. And you just got to ask. you know, once you send them the link, I ask them right away, did you get the link yet? Yes. Great. Awesome. Awesome. So listen, I'm going to give you a shout tomorrow at the same time. Does that work for you? And I'm in control, right? And then they'll tell me, you know what, this time doesn't work. I'm in an appointment, but this time's going to work. Bang. You got them now accountable to watch the video. All right. And then there's a follow up process with that. And I honestly love to pull people off the platform as quick as possible. I always pull people off the platform. Why? Because we're in a relationship business. And I know that I can bring people in easily when we can see each other. That's why I like belly to belly. And I like Zoom because I know that I could see them. I could really get to know them. I could really get to understand their pain and understand where they're going with what they want to achieve in their life by asking questions, and really just is conversation back and forth. And then people get to feel that that you're genuine. For example, yesterday when I was talking to this girl, she had heard of network marketing before. She was introduced to another company before, and then she was turned off. I don't know exactly what the guy said to her. She literally was turned off from the industry. And I've got her excited. She did a video and she's not even a customer or an associate yet. I just gave her some products to try. Right. So it is in the relationship. So as you're doing this survey and as you're connecting with people, always remember that and pull them off and get a visual somehow to connect with that person, and you'll get a whole lot better results, in my opinion. I'm just throwing out my opinion there. All right. All righty. So I'm just kind of looking at some of your feedback. And okay, so he also talked about and spent some time with the review of your profile. And it was funny because I was looking back at mine as I was looking at my notes. And I think sometimes we just need to switch things up when we feel like we're not getting the results that we want on the platform. So always know that whatever you put out there, it can be adjusted. All right. And so he pointed out some of the stuff for people that he was looking at their profiles, that to make sure your profile photo is very clear. Very clear. And I think it was Photo Room is what we all used. He's the one that suggested that. It's an app, Photo Room. And put your picture in there, and you can pick the design you want, and have a look at everybody's profile photos too, and see what stands out for you. You know, if you're blending in the background, the colors that you're wearing is totally blending in, it's not good. If you can't have any distractions in the background because you want them to see you, okay, and only you on your profile photo. And then of course you've got your bio, you know, who you are and what you're about. So I'm going to go into the Instagram information that he sent. I'm just looking at my Instagram at the same time. And he talked about highlights, which was really interesting. I'll share a little bit about that. And of course, the content as well. You know, it's important to have a good variety of content and make sure that you're consistent in your content, and make sure that you have that hook and you have that call to action in your content, and, you know, the hashtags out there that you want to put that will attract people to come that have the same interest. And that's where they check you out, is through the hashtags as well, when people are checking it out. Okay, so your name on your profile page for Instagram, for example, you can put your first name. For example, what I did, you can put your full name, but I put Tammy_Freedom Formula, and then you can put you know, Ann_Turnbull. I think that's what yours is, Ann. So whatever you want to put whatever works for you, but your name has to be on there. That's the most important thing is your name, first name, last name. Your name has to be on there. And then, yeah, and then Anne was putting something about the name. Um, yeah, well, on the first not. Okay, so she's talking. If you're gonna put a business name, you want to put your name underscore business name. So yeah, so go and look at other people's profiles. Honestly, that's what I do. Is I look at other people's stuff and I see what kind of traction that they're getting, and then I'll go back and I will adjust things as I see fit. I actually have entrepreneur on mine. I think I need to step up my game on that portion of it. I know on my LinkedIn, I have international business developer, and I seem to catch a lot of attention, curiosity when I put that. I think that's what I'm going to do now on my Instagram profile. I think being consistent is really, really important as well. So yeah, I got to get that done. And then of course, what do you do is that, and then you've got your hook to gain their interest as well. A little bit about who you are and what you do, your credibility, and that's it. So go and look at your profile. Have your leaders look at your profile as well. It's always good to get together in a group and give each other's feedback, because you'd be surprised the results that you can get by building out your profile page. Okay. And you'll do the same thing on all platforms, is to work on that. And then of course the dare was to go back to continue the surveys, number one, and try different ones, do lives. Even you can contact people privately too that you haven't connected to in a long time. You can throw that survey out to them. You know, you value them a lot, and that kind of brings back that connection again with old time friends. And yeah, and do your lives and do other things. Just try things that's going to work. And then the double dare is for those who didn't do number 57, day 57, to go back on Monday and get that dare done. Okay. So I think that's it. I don't know if anybody had any questions. Just going to go look out on Facebook in the group. Okay, Irene was mentioning that she was also doing the messages. Yeah, it works a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you're saying that as well. Yeah, breaking the ice. Exactly. Yeah. So, connection. Just remember that everything that you do on social media, do it like you're building a new friendship, a new connection, as if you were doing it belly to belly. That's how it's worked for me personally. Is I know that in order to sign anybody up into my business, I need to build rapport, and to keep people in your business, you really need to build rapport, because I'm sure a lot of social media gurus out there may be getting customers, but they're not getting business partners because they're not building the relationships to know the deep core of what people are looking for in their life. And the best way to do it is to pull them off the platform. You will love it when you start doing that. And yeah, practice that as well. So whatever you can. And I do that all the time. I'd really love to get to know you and see how we can support each other and benefit each other, especially when you're in business groups. I say that one as well. And then I pull them off. I find out what they do. I make it about them first. Remember that, you guys. Make it about them first. What their goals or needs, their desires, their pain, wherever they're at, and then for you to be able to share your story with them, and then to provide them some information and keep these conversations going. And when you do that, that's when you are going to sign people up in your business, honestly. Yeah. So have a fabulous one. Thanks, Irene, for participating today. I know it's Friday. Everybody knows Friday's Tammy's favorite day. It's date night. So have a great weekend, everybody, and just keep doing those questionnaires. Make that part of your content creation. Every once in a while, throw one out. And also gift. If you can, throw something out there. And one of the things that Fraser Brooks was saying was the fact that if based on the income that you're making, and of course where people are living too, you have to be conscious of these things, how you'd be able to do it, is knowing your numbers, knowing how much money you're earning. Every time you get a customer, you could offer a small gift like ATP, the smaller products. And people love gifts. They love gifts. And that is also a relationship building platform right there, is just giving people gifts. So, finding ways that you can offer it without, putting too much out there and being in the minus. All right. So keep that in mind as well. So have a fabulous one, everybody. Gotta run. And oh my gosh. Chris is always setting me up with new stuff. And do you think I know how to get off there? There we go. Wait. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.